Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. This is Lumi and today we are on War Thunder again. And finally, what I've promised already quite some time ago is happening. I'm doing that stream slash video for those who come and see it afterwards, where I explain to you the intricacies of finding your enemy. And there's gonna be, if you want to watch some gameplay, come back a bit later or fast forward into the video, but there's going to be a bit of technicalities early on because I've kind of subdivided the spotting, and I'm not talking about like light tank spotting like these guys can do, the ASU-57 or... No, it's actually spotting in the sense of detecting the enemy before he detects you. Now there's three types of states that you have to put yourself in when you're trying to find the enemy, and at the start of the game it's going to be a probabilistic approach. So everyone starts at either between one or two different spawns on each side, and from there it's a bit of a unknown. Where is the enemy going to be? And there's a lot of variables, but you will try and want to predict through the likelihood of what things can happen given with the little information you have. That is the probabilistic phase. Then after that comes the predictive phase, and later on even the reactive one. But let's talk about the probabilistic phase. So at the start of the game, you need to know exactly a few things. What can you know? The map. That is one data you will have. The other thing will be the nations that your enemy might be bringing to the table. And we're going to jump right into a game to exemplify as I explain those things. So, map. First thing, Poland. Right. Spawns. Where are they located? Here, here. Our enemies are here and there. Now, given this map, I have a few approaches, and then it's not just the map, it's what are the enemy nations. I can actually check in statistics. I'm facing the German and the Japanese. Which BR am I at? Well, my heavy tank only costs 400, my tank destroyer 280, so I think we are at 8.0. Now I want to spawn here. If I want to see an enemy, I can go to this area right here, and I know I'm very likely to see someone long range. But that is the simple case, the easy case, because people will be moving from the spawn, and there is this line of sight and this map. So the part about the map, the part about how or where the enemies can show up in the map is very, very experience based. But there's other stuff that you would need to consider. Now, what is your vehicle's speed given the location you're going in? If you're going to go uphill, of course the tank is going to be slower. If you're going to go somewhere else, it's going to be faster. Now, I'm pretty quick with this tank, and I'm going into the middle of town. Now, the most critical point while you are in this probabilistic phase is when will you be at an instant where you can meet the enemy? And it depends on your speed, the enemy's potential speed. So now, given that we know we have Japanese and a German, and I'm stopping right here just because I'm explaining and thinking about this. Now, we're at 8.0, so we will have, at best, they can only have 8.0 AAs, but what comes before that is 7.7s. We have Leos, and we have, for the Japanese, some STBs. Now, those are pretty quick. Are they quicker than me? Yes, they are. So I'd have to consider that they will be coming earlier. And if I would be coming at this point, this is the line of sight where they could have been showing right in front. So that is something that you should have considered. But I'm explaining way too much because right now I'm not in a probabilistic state anymore. The game has started already, enemies have started firing, people have died, so I'm in a predictive slash reactive state. Now, reactive is everything when here on the map, for instance, I see that there are chevrons. Things are popping up on the map. That information, that is the reactivity. So I think I'll get back to the probabilistic. I will play a little bit more and try to exemplify. Now, let's go for the reactive part of this. And that would be, we saw some guy dying near B, so that information actually is not even that useful. So now, what can I do? I'm out of the probabilistic phase, I'm in predictive. So prediction is, they are losing A, we have captured B, we are all around here, so they might be to my right hand side. And that's where I need to pay attention. Now I guess for the most of you this is pretty obvious, because this is a pretty straightforward map. It's a, oh, there we got a guy. Right, so we are on a town map. So town maps are pretty straightforward because you always you kind of tend to fight in the front line with a front line. So it's very easy to predict where the enemy is going to come from. But when you are playing, looking for predictive, you want to know where is potential for an enemy to be. Now, I get a reactive information. B is being capped. So I know there's someone in B. Therefore, I'm going to move for B. Of course, you cannot forget that there's some people that may be in between you and that target, but I'm now preparing for that reaction. I am preparing for the enemy where he might be looking, so that I can see him before he sees me. Now, I'm coming behind his back in the logical sense, because he's going to be... yeah. There we go, behind his back. Oh, that was really unlucky. I had a bit of time even. Okay. He bounced as well. So let's finish this off. Not enough to kill him. But next shot he's dead. Actually a pretty fast retreat. I don't remember having that with my Panther. Come on, mate. Don't steal my kill. Right. So, this was a reactive information I got, which was okay. This had been capped. But what else are what are all the reactive informations you can get? Well, caps, of course, obvious. Map alerts. If someone tells you, hey, there's some dude in this area, like if I were to say this, that is something that you will have to react to. Chevrons. If a plane now would spot an enemy, an allied plane, and you would have the red chevron popping somewhere on the map, that is something that you can react to. But there's more. These are obvious, and I'm going through everything, even the obvious stuff. The other thing is gun debris. Sometimes you look at far range and you see some smoke, like building up. That gun debris will tell you there's something. That's something that you have to react to, and maybe that enemy might move then out, and you knew to look into the proper direction. Less obvious is chat and kill feed. Now, sometimes, very rarely, people write something in the chat like, "Oh, there's a dude over there." Hello, Maggie Korea. And the other thing is the log, the kill log. So whatever shows up here on top of the map, you can actually know that someone got killed of your allies, and you see it pop, unpop on the minimap, and you get to know around that area there's going to be an enemy. Or sometimes you are not sure if someone died, that you were looking at a I don't know, a leopard. And that leopard you shot, you didn't manage to shoot it, but it then retreated behind that hill, and you don't know if someone is actually did actually kill it because you didn't see it. You were busy with a plane or whatnot. Well, you can always get back here to the battle log and have a look if a leopard died within that time that you weren't looking there. So that gives you some reactive information of, is the guy still around or is he not? If you don't see any death in the death feed, that's already information that you still need to be reactive there. Now, this is a pretty calm state. And here is that what I was saying. Leopard killed that T-44, T-44 disappeared from here. Now, this guy is checking this spawn, so I assume that leopard must be somewhere around this area, potentially even this forest. We also just saw someone show up here. He didn't get killed, but he got hit, so he popped up on the minimap. Checking the minimap is very, very vital for reactive information. So there is some tank destroyer up near C. And there we see gun debris and even shells. So there's something that we can shoot at. And it seems to be a dead thing. Right, so what is the next step? Predictive. I don't have any more reactive information around, so I'm in a predictive state. I want to know what can I do. I can look at caps being captured or not. Right now A and B are capped. C is something that they have. So what will they do? People that respawn will not try and go for C because that won't bring any points for them. And there we go, we are dead. Anyway, I'm explaining. So these guys will most likely, the new spawners, will most likely try to spawn here to either get A or B, where you can get points. So my next move should have been to go to this area, intercept anyone that is coming and try to get A and B. So we'll actually take a ZSU so we can keep talking and not have to worry about flying around. So if you are looking at caps, that's the very first information to have the predictive approach. The other thing, allied depths, which kind of we already talked about in the reactive information. It's a bit the same. And another one is the spread or disposition of your allies on the minimap. And as you can see right now, we only have one guy here. So that gives, and nobody. So that doesn't give you any information anymore. Maybe just now that there was some leopard that killed that guy, that's all we get. But you don't get any more information about the enemy positioning. But before we had like a big cluster of allies near A, and so you could expect that that area doesn't have any enemies, but the other area has. So you will know into which direction to move in the battle, because of course there's no point into trying and join up with your allies because they have that area locked down. There's no enemy around there. You want to go where there are no enemies, and you want to especially look at that. Now we get another reactive information. Caps. A and B are being capped, so we at least know there's one guy here, one guy there. Can we get a finer information? Sure. Having a look at the scoreboard. Now you can see there's a lot of players still left, so it doesn't give you that much information in this game. But sometimes you only have 4 guys left, and you can see maybe, or you have counted before, 1 or 2 enemy planes flying around. So you know if there were 4 guys left, 2 planes flying around, 2 points being capped, you know there are the only guys left on the ground. 1 on A, 1 on B. And you know you can travel through town without having to worry looking at your corners or whatnot, because you will know exactly where those guys are. Now the caps have finished, so you start losing information as to where the enemy is. That is one thing that you need to consider. It's always about inferring information in War Thunder, taking every little hint and combining it together to make something that is consistent. Now in our case we have a lot of enemies. They have all the caps. So pretty much the logic predictive thing is that they're going to be right up in my face. If not now, soon. There is already one, I think. Yeah, there we go. Track and gun. There we go, that's one RU. There was another guy. But this, I didn't have to look far, as you noticed. There we go, 2 kills. It's just the logic of the game. Now they have less players. These guys just died, they're gonna respawn. C is already, there's no action happening there. So where would they respawn? They spawn. This is where they're gonna come, or in a plane. Why? Because I'm in a very, very lightly armored tank, something very easy to kill from a plane, and I might want to get a revenge kill. There we go. It didn't take long! and you can see, predictive is all about what is the logical thing. What would you do in the enemy's stead? And he's coming back at me now. Maybe we can try and kill him before he actually finishes us off. Oh, that looked really good. Problem with this thing is they can actually harm us from pretty far out. I don't have pretty good shot. But if we die, we have some more time to talk about. Oh, that looks so good. I missed like maybe just a tad. Yeah, that's enough for him to kill me. Anyway, regardless, what else can you do for predictive stuff is really basically at the core of the prediction is what would you do if you would be in the enemy's position? Would you, if we would be on the other side, where would we go? Converge on B. We have C. Either go for spawn or converge on B. So depending on where you are on the map, you will want to intercept that. You don't want to go to where they are at that point. You want to go to a point where you can ambush them. That is the logic behind the predictive approach. And I think we'll just take the Yak 3P, try and get those enemy planes. There's still the BF 109 and even a Dornier, and then we'll get back to the probabilistic approach again after this game is over, where I can talk in the menu a bit more with more calm about what can happen in the beginning, because that probabilistic moment is very crucial and very vital for a lot of newcomers, where they really get killed early on and they don't know why, and it's all about that, and it happens in a few minutes. And I didn't have enough time to talk about it at the beginning of this game. So we have 2 enemy planes. Oh, and an enemy AA that looks like it could be a Kugelblitz. He's capturing B. No, I don't have the turn on him, and I lost him. There he goes, low. Jet's gonna get me, or not. I think now we have a good approach though. Oh, come on. Oh, it doesn't matter. At least we get back to talking about what matters for this how-to. So, I think we shouldn't have any more spawn points. Hopefully. Oh, I did get a kill. No, come on. When I don't want to keep playing, I keep getting points. It doesn't matter. We're going to return to the hangar. We're going to leave it like so. Let's get back to that initial state, the probabilistic state. So you have a look at the map, you analyze which map you're on, and that is, I admit, it's very experience based. You need to know where are the likely spots for your enemy to come to, but also logically speaking, if you have at least played a couple of times that map, you know where would you go, and expect the enemy to do the same. Now, yeah, check the enemy nations. Be aware of your own tank's performance. Now, if you are running around in a RU 251, which has a top speed of, how much is it again? 80 kilometers per hour, don't expect to meet the enemy at the middle of the map, distance-wise. Expect to meet him way further, because you are going to be pretty much outpacing anything the enemy can throw at you, and that makes you faster. So, and this is the most difficult but also most important point on the map to estimate. You need to know how far you are going to be advanced on the map when you meet the enemy. And the enemy is also advancing at a certain rate. So it's always going to be, what is the fastest enemy tank that you can have? Check the nation, check the BR. That you need to have also a lot of knowledge here. But this, it's a good thing. You don't have to actually have experience. You just sit down, you have a look at what is the BR you are playing, look at the vehicles that you are likely to face, what are their top speed, and guess or infer from that how far it will be. This is even something you can do before you even start a game. So let's have a look. I mean, let's play Americans. I'm going to be playing the M48A1. So I'm going to be playing 7.7. What can I face? 6.7 is the lowest, or well, of course someone may be bringing something even lower. What is the highest thing I can face? 8.7. Now, what am I likely to face? British, unlikely. It would have to be a very, I mean, like a random mixed nations game, which is very rare. But I'm very likely to face either German, Russians, both, Japanese, and French. So I will have a look at what do they have to bring on the table. Well, at 7.7 we have the Leo, we have the mouse. Well, the mouse is going to be slow. If I'm that is really not something that's going to weigh in the balance. There can be the Jagdpanzer, the Panther, and you just basically look at what is the fastest thing there is around. We have the Begleitpanzer, only 70, well, it's 70 kilometers per hour is a lot, but it's pretty rare to come by. The Leo, 65 kilometers per hour, is going to be way more prevalent. So that is already a fast vehicle if you are at 7.7. For the Russians, they pretty much are about the same speed, maybe a bit faster. With, for instance, an object, they would be faster than me. We have the Japanese STB, pretty quick. 8.7 Type 74, also pretty quick. And then the French, they are faster. You don't need to go into detail. You just need to know, okay, I'm playing M48A1. This is a vehicle that's going to be, on average, slower than what I'll be facing. So instead of expecting to meet the enemy at the middle of the map, I will expect to see them maybe at 2/6 or 3/5 of the map. I will not have progressed as far as they will. So I have a slower vehicle. My advantage is to not push as far, wait a little bit if I haven't met them by that 3/8 or whatever distance I have, and then I observe. You take my binoculars out and let them come to me. That is the way to doing it. It's judging that meeting point that matters. And if you are really starting out and you want to get this right, I advise to you, and if you're really starting out, there's really no shame in this. Stay a little bit behind your allies. Try and figure out where that first meeting point is behind the safety of your allies. But have them at least in your line of sight, so you know when do they engage, because people tend to go at their top speed, and then when they get hit or when they shoot at something, that's that first point of engagement, and you will be getting a better grasp. Okay, for this map with this vehicle, this is where I should be expecting to meet the enemy. That is the distance. And then as to from where, that is due to experience, due to what you yourself would be doing. And one final little thing that you need to always know in the probabilistic approach, when you want to know where the enemy is coming from, always assume there's a flanker, always. So if you think you got all the previous 2 points I've mentioned, like the meeting point down to a science, you have the location where the enemy is coming down to a science, always assume that there will be some sneaky little enemy that will be 90 degrees from your position. Maybe a little bit before or at the moment when you reach that meeting point. Right. I think that's all of it. We're gonna bring the M48 into the match and hopefully bring this successfully into practice, all of what I've told. And yeah, that is it. Probabilistic, very early minutes when you want to know where to find your first enemy, which is also the most crucial part and what new players to RB struggle with and end up dying early on because you don't get that prediction, that probability, where is the enemy more likely to come from. And then when you don't have any information on the map, try to put yourselves into the enemy's shoes. What would he be doing now? Or what would I be doing now if I would be in the enemy's shoes? I have these caps, I want to go and cap those ones. Try and work that way. And then the final thing, whenever you have information, be reactive and react upon that, without forgetting that there might be still things around you that don't correspond to those signals that you're picking up. And how to get the best signals, honestly, look at the map at least once every 5 to 10 seconds. It is really that important. And I'm not talking like look at the map like so. Look at the map here. There's so much information that you can get from it, and it just will make your approach better. Now let's put that probabilistic approach into practice. This is an easy one, really easy one. But there's only one cap on each side. There's only one spawn on each side. Okay, of course we're going to assume there's going to be that massive flanker, but here for him to flank, it's going to take him a very, very long time. So it's in the back of the head, but not the main concern. I have a slow vehicle. What am I facing? German, Russian, French, The BR I was in, yeah, 7.7, that's the top BR. We're gonna have Leos, maximum 4 of them. But we will have a lot of Lorraines because they are 6.7, and so we can have any amount of them. So they are gonna be quick. They're gonna want to go and defend A, probably go through the beach a bit. There's gonna be definitely a lot of people in town, and I'm slower. So the middle of the map would be probably around here. There's not gonna be any delay because usually on this map people wait to cap this cap up here. I think it's C. So that is not gonna happen. So they will be coming at us full speed. And I'm pretty much reaching the middle of the map, or a bit before. But I'm continuing, why? Because the topography is actually keeping me covered. So I can actually advance a little bit more up until this ridge. And then I'll stop here somewhere in the shadow, and I'll let those fast guys come to me. I think that is what I will do. And eventually we'll see someone over here, which is a pretty likely spot for them to pop out. Maybe... yeah, that flanker, we need to keep that into mind because right now we are static, so we're giving him plenty of time to flank us. We have, I think it might be, yeah, an M56. He is really fast, somewhere over there. But now I think we are in reactive mode. I think that guy actually died. Yeah, that guy actually died. Gun debris, is that ally gun debris or is that a shell that just hit? Okay, he's right in front there as a medium tank. We're gonna check our predictive spot. No one. So then we're gonna be reactive from now on. And we'll try and... oh, do we see someone over there? There's a tree in the middle, but that was gun debris. I'm not sure, but yes, there is. There is, and that guy now... okay, we're gonna range find. He's on fire. I'd say 500 meters. Yeah, there we go. And that's it. Gun debris. That was just a little bit of smoke, but it was enough for me to know that there was a guy, although you couldn't distinguish it. That is the tiny little piece of information that you can use to be reactive. Now, there was a medium tank here, behind here somewhere. I don't know if he got killed. We have an Ontos on the left. Did the Ontos kill something? No. Or yes, it did. IS-4, no. So he killed only the IS-4. What is the other? That's an M56. Okay, that medium tank is still around. Because I didn't see any more allies killing anything over here. Oh, and someone got spotted over there. So I don't wanna push out. So it was just a fraction of a second when an enemy medium showed up here. So I'm gonna stay behind this, and I'm gonna try and engage that guy who didn't die, but who was around this road here. Probably pushed back. And on the front there was some more guys. Okay, he must be somewhere around the buildings here. Mini map, some stuff is happening far away. Oh, there we go. Tank destroyer. He did not see me, but someone else saw me. Okay, that's the guy on top there. We're gonna try and hide away, but this house is not high enough, I think. Okay, we're gonna stay here and repair. 50 seconds. Yeah, that was one we didn't see. We weren't looking that far. There was no indication. So these are the kinds of things that are gonna happen eventually. You can maximize your chances with all of this gathering of information, but when this guy has been probably camping there since the very beginning, and there's very little information you can get about someone that is static, very far ahead into the game, and that hasn't been spotted. So it's just about, you need to pay attention, you need to have a look around. I was busy. Ooh, there he is actually now facing me, or not anymore. But I'm actually a bit worried. I have a pretty weak shell in. Okay, that was good. That was good. We're gonna switch again for the APCB, and then we're gonna go for that Leo, which shot us. So that's information. No, don't forget about stuff that is around you. I don't think he can actually shoot down from here, or at least he won't be able to see me. I have trouble seeing him as well, but we'll take it a bit wider. There's really not that much information on the map, but we lost all of our blue guys up here, so there's definitely people in the town there. Don't know how many, but yeah, okay, the Leo is still over there. I don't know if he's expecting me. Oh, there was a Lorraine. Oh, okay. Yeah, remember what I told you? Assume there's always a flanker. Now, we'll take the M60 out just to try and exemplify a bit more of the spotting mechanic. But obviously, yeah, chevrons, that is a pretty good indicator. And machine gun fire. Gunner engine, very well. So we're gonna go just for the drive a little bit lower, and that should be it. There we go, T-44-100. Now, there's still someone capturing B, so I know there's someone still in B. I saw a chevron over there. Yeah, there we see it. Oh, he just got outgunned. That was unfortunate. And gun debris over here. So there's another target. But really, I don't know how I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna drop RT here. I have to get out of dodge of that M103. Or it looked like an M103. I don't know what it is. There's another French guy. So yeah, at this point, we know there's targets in front of us. Oh no. Where was that coming from? He's really, really far. Oh, and I can't actually move. Because he got my track. Oh, and now I got both my tracks. Yeah, that's it. But the general gist of this, I think I gave the idea through. If you guys have any more questions, let me know. Into the chat right now or later into the comments. I will definitely reply to that in due time. Now, Maggie Chorus, you say you think you still will be really bad at tanks after this video. Maybe you'll be just a bit better. Right, the cooldown on the FPE is what killed us. We still have an F4U that we can take out, maybe get some enemy planes. Now, the way we got killed here, we knew where all the enemies were. We just got overrun. You cannot engage 20 targets at the same time. It's inhumanely possible, or humanely not possible. Okay, we got an enemy plane here. Now, spotting planes is a whole different matter, and if need be, I can do a video on that later. But yeah, that's the mission. Mission failed, but we ended up first. 3 kills. For the 2 deaths, which is pretty okay, and I think it is a collection of experience, assimilation and gathering of information and compiling it, and especially putting yourself into the enemy's shoes. What would the enemy do at that time? And we'll take the STB-1 out for a stroll, just to exemplify the difference. Now, it's the same BR, but now I have a pretty quick vehicle, and I'm very likely to be with the Germans, maybe against the French. But it might actually show you a situation where we are the faster vehicle, and the enemy has the slower vehicle. So you can go a bit further than half the map, or you can go for flankings and stuff. Well, I'm glad you are. I hope it is. I have been wanting to do this video for a very long time. So we're at top BR, and yeah, we are facing. Actually, we got unlucky. We are facing Germany, Russia, and France. So there are 2 of the fast nations, and we are coupled with the other slow ones. So really, we cannot expect our speed to save us here. Stabilizer will help us out a lot. Now, I will actually spawn here. And that will give us a bit more interesting information, because we get the CNB cap. This area is basically just about see how far you can go with your speed. We probably would have managed to get here, and then we would have, sorry mates, we would have to wait to get any enemy to show, because it's almost guaranteed that enemies will go and take any of these paths up to A. CNB is going to be a bit more interesting, and I don't usually play it because it is more it's more difficult actually to predict what the enemy is going to do. But now we have one information: they're capturing B. Now I can tell you also one thing. I will be able to tell you, maybe not, because we are losing A at the same time. But if B gets capped first, and it will, I will be able to tell you how many people are on B. 5 people. There are 5 people that just capped B, so we know there are 5 tanks at least, because there might have been some late spawners that didn't get the cap. And furthermore, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 2 guys are on A, not just 1. So that is also information you can actually take for yourself to get it right. I mean, so we got some 5 guys. They are gonna go somewhere. Okay, I mean, this is really not on me, dude. You just basically came and stopped in front of me. Okay, we got a stabilizer, so that will help us down this road. Oh, or not. There was actually an object 120 already just waiting. So we'll retreat and we'll repair. We actually got pretty lucky. How? What? Okay, now I'm worried. Where did that happen? Okay, all the way from over there. That's something that I could not have predicted. I thought that at least some of my allies would be able to engage. I mean, there was like, if we check, there are a couple of guys even on C. So I don't know why they are not engaging and why he decided to go for me, who am definitely non-threatening at that time. But yeah, those are the things that happen in War Thunder once in a while. So we are out in the plane without enemies to kill in the air, in a situation where it seems pretty much that our allies don't really know how to engage. They still haven't gone to A. I mean, that's like the easiest information of all. Someone just capped A. Do you think there's someone on A? Maybe. Like, I could even tell you that they are 2, and I'm not even around A. So this is a jet. Could be a Narado. He's coming straight for us. Got some hits. Only oil tank, unfortunately. I think we have the upper hand on this guy because he's going for the turn fight on a 0 with a jet. That's not a very smart move. Oh no, he's actually he's trying to get some speed by going down. Oh, is he going to turn? He just keeps on turning. He will keep bleeding speed to a point where I can actually, in a 0, catch up with him. Yeah. Well, that's it. I'm pulling off. Let's see what he does. He's turning around. Oh, 2 more enemy planes. Gotta go down low. Try and hide. Hopefully those 2, they haven't seen us. The jet is trying to go far. I hope he lost me. And he doesn't really know where I am. Got some more hits. Unfortunately, I don't really have anything that can actually damage him a lot. The 2 guys are going down. I mean, going down for an attack, not going down for being dead, unfortunately. The jet now knows where I am, and he's waiting for me. He's actually just running away. But maybe we can. Oh, the SU just got killed. Oh, what? How did we get a kill here? Oh, not that I'm complaining. There was a Yak 15 somewhere, which unfortunately I do not see. But perseverance pays off, I guess. Could we get... Oh no, yeah, we could actually get back into a tank. There's really no point because we are losing this. But I could have told you this from the very beginning also, I think. Given that nobody went for A, it's a pretty telltale sign that that people are not engaged in what's happening in the game. I don't think there's any more. Where is that enemy jet? Okay, time to get some information. Oh, let's get out of here. But time to get some information. So there was a Yak 15 that shot that guy down. But I did not see any Yak 15 die. There's none that died in the chat. So he should be flying somewhere around. Maybe he's high? Somewhere in the clouds? I don't know. It's not akin to a jet. Did I really miss something here? Let's have a look. No. SU. That was on the BMP. Nope. That Yak 15 is still somewhere, but I cannot see him, unfortunately. Because there's not even a crash notification. T-95 is facing an IS-3, it seems, from the little shots I gave. Now we're gonna go up. Right, enemy plane. Well, actually gonna stay and wait, stay low, because that seems to be another jet. Yeah, it does look like one. F-21. Yeah, that is a vampire, I think, or something that looks like one. Oh no, it could be actually the French one. What's it called? The Narval. I kind of feel paranoid now about that Yak 15. Fortunately, I do not have the speed to catch up with him. I'm nimble. Oh yes, he's actually playing into my hand right now.
Allied forces have captured a zone.
Oh, there was a jet. He's around. He broke some flaps, it seems.
We need to put more pressure on the enemy. They're winning.
Oh, we got a kill, but yeah, that Yak 15 actually damaged us pretty bad. And he was somewhere. He came out of nowhere. I want to take the KI-109 out, or we are capturing. No, we are losing A now. I'm not gonna take it back up for a lost game. No, actually, in RB you cannot see. In RB, that information is hidden away. Top Gun. But in arcade, of course, you got that information. But in arcade, getting information about where an enemy is so much easier because there's the red indicators everywhere. Now we got an enemy plane. We got two planes who are not engaging the Yak. The Yak is on fire. I'm getting rid of my Heavy shell, and I'm gonna try and shoot down the. Oh, that's so ridiculous. To me, it just should be. If you're on fire, you cannot shoot anymore. Okay, he's coming for me. He was, but he's not anymore. Do we have an enemy tank that we can easily engage? Oh no! Don't you dare! Don't you dare! The problem with this thing is, it's the same as with the Italian version, or similar thing, is that this is a bomber. All right, I think that we can engage. Or it's an IS-3. Yes, we got the engine. Okay, heavy shell away. It's really what I wanted to do. Actually, I wanted to hit there. If I would have gotten the top, maybe. Oh no, let me fly, Crusade. Stupid jet. Is it the same guy? Did he just like spawn into the same? Yeah, he just like spawned into a backup. He plays War Thunder to play jets in ground forces. That's probably what he does. Right. Oh no, I'm not gonna waste a backup on the last game. But yeah, unfortunately we did not manage to showcase the speed here that I wanted. We'll actually do. Yeah, let's take the bombs. They are tiny, but they will be able to take out the tank if you're precise. We'll take out the Leopard, which is a bit more on the same situation. And hopefully we will not be facing any French nor Japanese, so that will actually allow us to get a proper game where we have the fastest thing around, or probably the fastest. I must say, lately the map variety of War Thunder is just amazing. Sarcasm intended, of course. Right, Poland, we know of it already. We have analyzed it in the very first game I did. We are at 7.7, which is great. And we are facing none of the fast ones. So that's good. So we are going to be quick. And this way I want actually... Yeah, I'm going to go here. And so I'm quick. So I can actually do and get faster further to places where the enemy is not going to be. So I'm gonna do a flank, which these two guys also want to do. The Panther 2 is quick. The Type 61 may be doing a mistake here, and is because he's not going to be able to get there as efficiently as we are. But he got a proper spawn. He was really very right hand side, so he actually can still pull it off because of the spawn, where he spawned, rather than just how his vehicle is. Japanese tanks, high tier, they are pretty good, yeah. I mean, even low tier, their guns are really good. I think just people struggle with them because they are not used to play something without armor and without turret rotation. But if you treat them a bit more like tank destroyer without turret, they're really good. And now after the modification with how the weapon reloads work, there is that one. I think it's the Hori 2. No, Honi. Oh, I don't remember their names. The guy that has an autoloader, that one is really good. At 5.0, I think. Okay, so I am in a location like that. Field is somewhere where they most likely will not be because they're slower. So no. So there's really no point in looking there. But where do I know they will be? They will be getting close to A. So having a look there is where I'll find them. But we are really quick. Oh, we were really quick because they are not anywhere near A, and probably because they know also they don't have the speed. Oh, we got gun debris or someone who was trying to shoot there. So there's someone behind that building. So there's an opportunity for us. This little tree is actually in our way. So I'm now completely exposed, but I don't think anyone is looking at me currently. Someone passed and I'm not. There we go. Only the loader. We need to retreat. I was aiming for ammo. Okay, he's dead. There we go. Okay. More reactive information. There we go. He's actually there. Gunner and an assist. Okay. I'm gonna assume that was the gross of it, and I'm going to pull out and keep on advancing. Having a look at now it's predictive. Darn it. That was okay. There's no way I can see that due to the shade, and I'm pretty dead now. There's really no way. This is. I mean, I looked at that spot, but the definition of War Thunder is just not great enough for one to see anything there. So, yeah. And then you see the moment you start assuming things is when things go awry. Right, so we're gonna actually take ourselves a revenge bomb here and drop it on and give that M46. Oh, maybe not. I think someone got him. Was that a guy that killed us? Yeah. Well, let's try and find another target where we can drop our presence. Someone is going for A. And or they were. Let's check the map. No, he's being fired at, or he just died. Enemy plane or not? Okay, let's keep looking. Okay, we got two guys over yonder, an AA and I think what looks like an IS-2. I think it might be an M42 for the AA, but I'm not sure. Yeah, it's an M42. Oh no, it's not an IS-2, it is a tank destroyer. He's not looking at us, which is great. Because we can actually... we only got one guy, honestly. Well, enemy plane. Oh no. No, those are 50 cals. Yeah, P-47. I hope there's really a nerf in the works for those, because they just set everything on fire within a fraction of a second. And it's just unfair. It is just unfair. But you see, I mean, the Leo is one of the vehicles where I actually do poorer than others. Why? Because I'm too impatient. I know I have a fast vehicle under the palms of my hand, and I want to use it. And if I would have just been a bit more calm, a bit more relaxed, and I would have actually taken on that predictive approach. Okay, we'll kill two guys. They have B. There's gonna be more people coming for A. So I would have just kept it calm, kept it cool, stayed there, and I would have gotten more targets falling into my lap. The M46 would eventually have come out of that shadow. I would have eventually noticed it and be able to shoot at it. So that's the problem. Yeah, but that's the thing. Giving the 20mm a cannon buff is not making the 50 cals worse. It's just you are bringing something else to a similar state, but 50 cals are okay damage wise. It's the fire that is wrong, and given the fire rate it has. Okay, so let's actually check this. Okay, we are facing basically everything else, so we won't have any speed. But given that it is a small map, I'm gonna take the slow, so I don't care about having speed or not. I'm gonna bring the armor. So that's why I'll play the mouse. So this is sometimes you also need to take the vehicle that suits better what you are facing. We are also in a up tier, probably 8.0. So there's gonna be IS-7s on the other side. So everyone here that took a Leopard is not gonna be able to take advantage of the speed. And I'm pretty sure we're gonna lose. Pretty sure. The way it looks. Yeah, 50 cal shred, and if they don't shred, they only hit you a couple of times, which they did in the previous game, and you're on fire, and then you're gone. So I think there is really a discrepancy there with what 50 cals can do. Now, predictive. They're capturing C already. If I keep advancing around this area, we're gonna have to go around. This thing is super slow, so I'm gonna go just straight for C. That's gonna be, I think, the best way to go. Because then I also minimize the chances of me getting flanked, I think, if I am already on one side. Yeah, it is. I think it is. Maybe it was a code name especially meant to make you believe it's a weak tank, it's something puny, it's maybe a scout tank, and then it's something massive. Maybe that's why they called it the mouse. I don't know. Do you guys know the story of? Ooh, we got some couple of enemies, 3 of them even. That's number 1. Someone tried to shoot me. We're gonna retreat. I think that's an object. Okay, but there you see already. Most of our Leos died. Okay, we're gonna start shooting at with our secondary to get some vision here. So we let the enemy come to us. That is again the logic. You are slow, let the quick ones come to you. We're going to retreat. There's object 906 on the left hand side. Yeah, Sur BC just killed that other mouse. And then we did go for a bounce. It looks like it could be a Russian. Okay, we got his engine and his transmission, but he went on to go pretty quick. Got an assist on that. We are not alone. There's some stuff on the right hand side there, I think. Okay, here we have at least that building to give us some kind of cover. And they will come for us. Look, I'm all alone. Nobody near C. Nobody even to contest them. There we go. There's already our first guy. I missed. That didn't penetrate. We're gonna look away while we are reloading. They got our track. Alright. What do we got here? Has to be right where I can't see him. Too many enemies right now for us to deal any proper damage. And we're getting bombed. And he got even through. So, yeah. Doing our best, but when you're facing what? 1, 2, 3, 4 different guys, I think. It's only so much you can do. Yeah, still BC 8.0, no trouble getting through. Well, enjoy Top Gun. Good luck with that. Right. I'm gonna take another mouse out, I think. So I don't really get a lot of chances to take a mouse backup. So this is gonna be it. So we know where they are. They're gonna come for our spawn. So we're just gonna stay here. Have hopefully the pipes protect our lower stuff and left hand side. And there's already a medium. Medium and a light one. So I could actually get the light one pretty easily. There we go. That's number one. I kind of feel like that light tank is gonna show up pretty soon. I'm facing him my side though, which isn't a smart move, so I'm actually turning it to keep it. The mouse, it's an alien tank. Okay, the BMP actually just died. So we need to now look at the Sur BC, I think. Yeah, keep them guys from actually bombing me, people, and I'll keep you alive from any potential. Oh, that guy ran out of bombs, and I was like, I'm gonna destroy him with my with my airframe. The MX-50. Which one? The Sur BC? There's many MX-50s. The Sur BC is really strong. I mean, the Foch at 7.3 was already strong with 20 millimeters of second, so I imagine of reload, 20 seconds of reload. So I imagine only how it is with 6 seconds. It must be around somewhere, but okay, let's try and be predictive here. C is actually going to most likely be empty at this point. Why? Because they went for B, they went for A. The amount of people that we have around, we still have 3 mouses and we have some AAs, so we're not that many. But that Kugel is going for C. We're going to support. Sur BC probably is still alive. Oh no, he died. He just died. So he went for B. So that's one threat less. I'm glad about that thing. Yeah, it was the Sur BC. It's an AMX-50 Sur BC. So it's there are different variants. There's the AMX-50 Sur BC, there's the AMX-50 Foch, and then there's the AMX-50 just the MX-50. Okay. I want to know, can I see the guy? Probably not because of the strains.
Allied forces have captured a zone.
Nah, okay. Turret back to the front. Double speed, guys. Come on, come on. You can see. It would be so funny if you could see the guy just like turning that wheel like one is turning the flywheel on a boat that you want to turn around before it hits an iceberg. It kind of feels like that. Okay, so what's the next move? They're gonna go for B, and there we go. So a couple of T-54s near B. Respawners are going to come for C. They're plane. Get him, 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 get him. Retreating here. There we go. No harm done. And we're gonna have a look at B, because B is getting capped. They have a couple of plane, or one plane up, at least the Uragan, and 5 guys on the ground, one of which hasn't really participated since the beginning. So I'd say 4. 2 of them were T-54s that killed something not that long ago near B, and they're gonna come for C. That's a guarantee. So I want to be able to have a look at them before... Yeah, there's one. With the secondary gun. And that's some heat fin stabilized, that's a problem. Okay, so we got 2 out of those 4 guys. But there was another T-54, and I hope he hasn't passed already. I'm gonna take that out of the way. He might be actually coming from the right hand side. No, that T-54, you can try. You won't manage. I will actually push on out, right hand side. No, damn it, Fosh. And yeah, okay, that is it. I was too late to check that one out. But it's always what ends up getting me killed when I'm doing a what I consider more or less perfect prediction game. What gets me killed is being overrun. So we're gonna take the Leo out. We are capturing A. They are going to keep going for C. So now you would be thinking, oh, I should go for B because that's where they're going to be. No, they don't care anymore. They want to cap C. That's what usually people do.
The enemy will win.
Just reset the music there because it was a bit on the down low. Right, and there you can see we are losing C. There's the Foch and there's that M46. Now, what will they expect? They will expect me to come from the spawn. I don't want to give them that satisfaction, so I'm going to actually... So you can take this step really further even. When you assume the enemy is doing predictive thinking on you as well, try to break that apart. They will be thinking, okay, the guys are going to come back from the spawn. Sure, we are. So I'm actually not going to come from the spawn. And there is the guy. See, I saw him. I can see his engine smoke. He's actually going for the AA, unfortunately. Oh. Yeah, he's moving there. There we go. Okay, that M46 from before is still alive, so we're gonna go just a tad further. I don't know if he participated in the cap of C. No, I think he's on B now. That's a medium tank on B. Yeah, that was the M46. So there's probably nobody else on C right now. Maybe some people respawning. I'm gonna capture from inside the building. We are gonna lose B, but if I get C... Oh, AA. Okay, he didn't see me yet, and he's busy shooting, so I will actually go around. He can actually do pretty good harm to me if he sees me or hears me. F8F just crashed. There are 4 guys left, of which they are still the AFK dude. So we actually might bring this thing around. No! Was that artillery? Come on! Right in the engine. That's not a very good position right now. There's some gun debris, or is it artillery? I don't think I can. Yeah, I can't bring my gun down. That was annoying. That artillery is probably even just from an AA. Oh, and they're capturing A. Which makes sense, you know, that's what they're gonna do. They're gonna go for A after, because it's the only one that they hadn't captured that wasn't contested. If they only have an AA, we are repaired right now. So, what's the logic now if we want to win? M47 probably is, I mean, either one of us should get out of the cap, and the other one should defend it. So he's going there. So I'm going for the defense. I'm gonna stick around here, and I'm gonna have a look at their spawn, because there's an AA that is bound to come and try and get this thing. Okay, so far, enemy plane. So there's 1 enemy plane, 1 guy that hasn't been playing, and then 2 guys left. 1 who just uncapped A. So potentially there's only 1 guy coming from their spawn right now. And that is how you make sure you win a game. I'm gonna actually not try and hide here, because the moment I poke out I'm gonna be visible, but I'm gonna try and use shade to my advantage. Just like that M46 did in the previous game. I think here is about right. Anyone who will try and come for this from their spawn, this north spawn, is going to be intercepted. The plane just died, and they just killed another plane. What? They actually went to kill themselves on our airfield. And there we go. That guy who wanted to cap, where is he? Oh, he saw me. Very, very well, very well. Are you moving? Alright. Luckily it was a very, very weak gas truck. And he actually saw me, which is very, very commendable. He tried hard. Oh, 8 kills, damn. I should try and follow these guidelines more often. Enemy plane. We got an enemy tank who's gonna show up somewhere soon over yonder. There he is. Oh, there he was. He went somewhere. I don't know. I think he went there. And then there was an enemy plane, and the AFK guy actually just died, it seems. Okay, we're gonna push out just a little bit. Try and see if we can find that guy, because I don't know where he went to. It disappeared suddenly. Oh. What is that? It's a T-54. He's gonna make a mistake here. Stabilized gun would have been better. I was expecting him to do that, but not for him to be as quickly reloaded. We're gonna take the Dornier out and put some bombs on that guy, and then also try and warn our allies where the guy is gonna be. Zooming in.
Attention to the map.
What's the bombs that we got? Okay, pretty good ones. So
Need cover.
I don't think there's enemy planes around. Hopefully not. So we should be able. He's gonna probably reach C before we can bomb him.
Our victory is
Yeah, and that's the T-54. Oh no! No! Don't do that! Don't do it! Like, why am I on fire immediately? And it's like even a fuel tank, so it's not. Yeah, no, I can't do shit. Oh. But it's gonna be a victory. But yeah, MiG-9 was just waiting for someone to spawn, I guess. And I can't do much with it yet. I can take this thing out, maybe hoping for getting... Nah, game is over. What I should add the feature to the game. I don't know which feature you're talking about. Probably I talked about something way before. But this is it. Right, I hope you enjoyed this little how-to. Feel free, it's gonna be on the channel as a video, so feel free to get back to it from the very beginning. I'll write down a short list also in the comment, in the description of the video, so you can actually just read it if you don't want to watch the video again, and if you want to write it down somewhere, have those mental notes like what do I do next. And yeah, and I hope you enjoyed watching this stream. If you did, leave a like and subscribe, and see you around next time. This was Lumi. Bye.